So here I have a scene. This one also I am doing it for one client actually. So here the thing is like you have a great option in this, and suppose if we want to make it on and off using the buttons when we are using VR, how we can do it. Huh? So this is just for an example I am saying. Okay. So here I'll just make it play. Okay. So now here you can see the game window. Okay. And there is something like grid model is there. And now I can see these two buttons always on my screen. Okay. And one says screen off, one says grid off. Hai na? So if I have a VR hand, my VR hand, and if I'll go and touch this screen off, you can see it's turning off the screen. Okay. And if I'll say grid off, and it is making the grid also off. Hai na? Now again, when I'm pressing this button, now the text has been changed. Hai na? One is called now screen on and grid on. Okay. So if I'll make grid on, so now again grid is on and screen on off. Hai na? So these buttons always moves with my teleport and always look in front of me. Hai na? So does not matter wherever I am going, I can use this button because it is always going with my screen. Okay. So today we are going to see something like this, how we can do, and then we can use it. Hai na? So this you can do it both way. Hai na? One is this one. That another one is our demo India interaction. Okay. One is this one. where the button will be always present on a one place. So you have to go there and then you need to press it. You know? That is another one. Okay. So this type of button, we need to go to the place and then we need to press that. So this also we can do. You know? So if you go to this button, and if you see there is some scripts are there, you know? And these buttons are working according to that. Okay. So same thing, we will be creating a uh, new scene, or else we can take our older one. Last class we have done something. So here is the scene which we have done in the last class. Okay. So first we will try to create button, and what that button will do is that will turn off this table model. You know? So we'll see how it will work. And once that will be off, I think all the other things on the table should get fall down. You know? So for that, we need to turn off this model. You know? So I'm going to create one button. Before that, we can try one practical also. We can see how it's gonna work. So this scene is in play mode, and now suppose this is the table. Okay. And this table, if I'll make it turn off, you can see all object is fall down. Okay. So here I am going to create one model. Okay. So I am going to create one 3D cube. I need to scale this one down. And another cube model, and it looks like a little bow. We can give some material also. So here I am going to create one text thing also. I'm going to take text. We need to import the text mesh pro. In the previous version of Unity, this TextNext Pro was plugin. Now this is come along with Unity itself, but still you okay. So right now we cannot see any text over here because that will be coming so big. As we know, it will be coming to the canvas. Okay, canvas mode. So what we can do is we can change the screen space to word space. Okay, and give a word camera, and here our word camera will be here camera. For my projects and all, I mostly use a Photoshop texture only for the static text and all, because this thing will take lots of time to arrange also. One second. Okay, now here what trick I have used is I have created a canvas inside the top cube. Previously, when I have created it without any parent. So now here, if I am using cube as in parent for the canvas, and if I'll go and reset the properties, that means the canvas center will come automatically to the our parent object center. So this way you can easily move your canvas to the holding place. Now you can scale this one down. And now I can uh, rotate this. And here I can write something. If any 3D icon will disturb you, you can turn off the 3D icons or you can make it smaller also. So here I am going to write something like make it auto size. Press the button to hide the table. And I can make it center line. Okay. And here in this view, I can just create something like a button. So this is the top view. Board. And again, inside this, I am going to create one 3D object like sphere or cube. Anything we can take which looks little like a button. Okay. Why that sphere is come very thin? Because our box what we have created, it was one by one by one, है but after that we have squeezed it and we have placed it like a board. So this values will come to the inside object also, है so that we need to figure out and we need to change size wise. Okay. So this will be something like a button for us. This also we can give the material. Okay, so very simple thing. And now here, what we need to do is first we'll make it save. Always make it as in habit because sometimes if you do something wrong, your file might get crashed. Okay, so before that, always make a habit to save the file first. Okay, so here is the thing. Okay, so these things are working. Now here over the sphere, what I am going to do is I am going to apply one steam command, steam we are using. So here I am going to apply one called interactable. Okay. So I am going to apply one hover events, है ना? Hover events in the sense I will be having a hover, start, and attached to hand options also in that, है ना? So once I am hovering on top of this button, this object should get off, है ना? So as soon I will touch this object, this thing should get turned on, है ना? And for that we will be using the same option like previous one. So hover begin, we are going to click on plus, okay, and here we are going to take the table, है ना? So this table we will be taking here, okay. This is the object, okay, and here in the function I am going to use the game object set pool to be off, okay. Let's see how it is working. I'll just save this file. Turning on my controller. Okay, so here I am getting the screen now. So here right now I can hold this object, I can hold this object also, I can place it. Okay. And once I am going to this place, pressing this button, and see the table is got off. Okay, so if you guys press this one, it will get on. And to bring it back, so same logic, if you want to bring it back, you can give either two buttons, like one button to switch on and one button to switch off, okay, and another one you can use for like same button if you want to make it turn on. So you need to hide this button also, and you need to make visible another button which will look exactly same like this button only. Okay, so that is the same option I have created with other scene also, which I have showed you previously. Okay, but there it was used for creating grid on and off, right? But there the thing was like buttons were moving with the always on screen, right? So that setup also we can do. Okay, so for doing that kind of setup, okay, so now here one more button I wanted to create, and that button should move always with my camera, right? So for doing that, same logic will work, but what we need to do is we need to fix it properly, है So even we need to see the game view also, because this is our camera. So that button placement actually will take little time, है What you need to do is you need to switch on the VR, and you have to see where it should be properly visible. Okay, otherwise you can't place that button directly seeing the game window, right? So you need to see here also in your game window where you are going to click that button, and you need to see in your VR also after turning on. Same like grasses, how we scaled it, we need to use that same logic. Because in VR, if we'll place the button very near to the camera, then also it will be blurring in your VR. Okay, so I am going to create one box. So again, I am going to create one cube, and here I can rename it like VR button. This one I will be scaling. Color. And first this button need to be placed. Right? So this button should get placed to my VR camera. Right? Now where we can find the VR camera, that will be inside your player. Right? So this player has our VR camera. Okay. So I am going to open Steam VR objects, and here you can see VR camera. Okay, so if sometime you are struggling to find anything here, what you can do is you can type any word here which is similar to your game object. So like here camera, that might can rename with something else also, but as we know VR should be there or either camera should be there. So if I type cam, you can see it is automatically showing the camera. If I am writing only CA also, it is showing the camera. So any word which has that naming can come. So from here also you can find the things. But after that your mode will be in isolate selection of the visible thing. So you need to cross it, then only you will come back to your proper scene mode. Okay. Now here we are opening the VR object, the VR camera, and this cube VR button. This cube we need to place to the inside VR camera. Okay, and here now we can just make it 0, 0, 0. That means it is over to the camera. That means now you cannot see anything from the camera. Okay, and if we are going to the play mode, and if I am moving the headset, okay, so still I can see everything here. You can see this cube that is moving and turning along with the camera, but we can't see any changes here, because right now we are looking in from inside the cube, and because our geometry is visible only one side, that means we cannot see that cube here. So things are clear as previously. So here if I'll increase the x value, I cannot again see anything because it's moving in another direction. Here also if we are checking y, no use. Now here in Z direction, if I am shifting this, so mostly Z is used for depth here. So here once I am going to the plus side value, minus side, that is the opposite skull side, and this is eye side, plus value. So here if I am giving some values, now I can see this button here. But now I have to wear my camera. Okay, my headset I need to wear, and that in this through this one also I need to check the blurriness of this button. And one more thing I have to check, that is my hand is reachable to that or not. Okay, so like suppose if button placement I have done so far where I cannot reach to that, okay, then also it will not work, है ना? Or else I need to use something like raycast where I can just trigger and hit that button, है ना? So either it should be used as in raycast and then we need to trigger that button, okay? Or else it should be reachable with my hand, है ना? So this much depth will be so much, है ना? I cannot reach to that button. Okay, so I need to decrease the depth here. Okay. So now also it's touchable, but I need to move so much far my hand. Okay, so this is 0.7. That means something like 0.5. This looks good, so I can move my hand freely also. Okay, and then while touching, I can just go and touch this button also. Okay. So 0.5 looks little near for me. I'll give 0.6. This much it is good. Now, downside also I need to place it. You know? For you, this object looks little stretched in the window here. You know? But for me, it is looking proper. You know? Because here it is in free aspect. But in my VR, it is looking proper. Okay. Now, height wise also, we can set this one. Okay. So I am going to place this one a little down. Okay, and little in the corner. Okay, because it should not be visible always in my screen in front. You know? So in the side corner, and even scaling also, I think the scaling of this object also need to be reduced. Okay, because in my VR it looks very long. So I need to select this object and scale this one. So that is this value. Okay, so I'll make it 2. This looks fine. This looks good for my headset. So here we have got the values. Right? So this one 0.22 or 25. This looks good. Okay. So 0.25. This one is minus 0.25, and height is also we can make. See, always try to give us some values only, which is easy to remember. And but after that also I am going to copy this one as in component. And so position, rotation, scale, full property has been copied even in our play mode. Okay, so I will copy this component, and once I will make it stop, okay, you can see all these values what we have given for the object that has been changed. Right? So now here what we can do is we can go to paste and paste component values. Okay, that means now it has come automatically to the proper place. Right? Now you can see this looks little black here. Right? Why? Because our VR camera in the default position it is on ground. Okay, so that is why it's going downside of the ground, so it is creating a dark shadow. So once I'll just lift my camera little bit up, now you can see this button is going to be visible properly. Okay, and here we are going to create the both buttons turn on and turn off. So same table thing we will be doing with this button. We can make it turn off also, and we can make it turn on also. Okay, so again, as we know, we require 2 model for doing that. So VR button 1. Okay, we can rename this to 1, and one more we will be taking as in copy. But before that, we will make text to this button. So I am going to create again UI text pro. Okay, and this canvas again we are going to set to the word space. Camera, we can use VR camera. Okay, and then I have to reset this canvas. Okay, once I'll reset, it will come to the place. Okay, and now I can scale this one down. Right now, I will scale it down. And this should be visible on top of my 3D object. So why I'm creating text first? Because then I don't need to create it again. So our work will be little faster. Okay. So here I can write something like table of. Okay, and now I can easily make a copy of this one. So this is like button 1, and again I am going to duplicate, so same button will come to the another place, same place, another button will come. Okay, so here I will write button 2. Okay, and I'll switch off the button 1. Now button 2, I am going to give a different color to this one. So this will look like button color also is changing. So it will look more effective. And here in the text, I am going to write something like table on. Okay. So now we have two buttons here. One button is table on, and one is like table off. Okay. Now here, if you press this button, okay, so I am going to apply the same command over here. Okay, so I am going to apply this interactable over events, and this will not work alone actually. So if you click on this one, you can see once I am applying this script, another script which is interactable script is getting added automatically. And why it is adding? Because to run this script, you require this script commands. Okay, so automatically there will be lots of script which you will add to your game object, and it will try to add the another script also automatically. Okay, that is because that script is required to run our script selected. Okay. Now here hover begin is there. I am going to create an event here. Okay. And this event I am going to say first thing, whenever you press this button itself, okay, should be turn off. So game object set active tool to be off. Okay, so this button, if we are going to touch, this button only should get off, and the another button should be visible. So again, I am going to add one more event in this one, and this one says make this one turn on. Okay, so game object set active tool and make this one on. Okay, so we will be seeing this. So right now on my screen, I can see this table on. Okay. And once I'm going to touch this one, you can see now it is showing table on. Okay, but what happens once I am touching table on, it's not working, है ना? So because we have given the command to the only button 1. Okay, now we can select the button 2, and here also I am going to give the same command, है ना? So same script over 1, and here over I can click on add event. So here this command should say if I am going to click over the on button, then the first thing is button 2 should be turn off, and button 1 should get visible again. Okay, so here again I am going to give the set to active for button 1. Okay, so now we are going to play this. Okay, always try to play with your changes, है ना? So either it is working or it's not working, you will get to know. So it's getting on and it's getting off, है ना? So on, off. Okay. So these buttons are working. Okay, on, off. Okay, right now I have a trigger in my head. Now, once I don't have it, I can easily click on this. And even we can use finger also to touch this. So on, off, on, off, on, off. And now this thing should work with the object also, है ना? So when these buttons are working now this same thing we are going to apply with the table, है ना? So table, again this bigger table we have given the command with this button. So what I will be doing is I will be making this smaller table on, है ना? Okay. So here I am going to select this small table. Okay, so where is this? This one, this one, this one. Yeah. So this all object, if I want to turn off, yeah. So either we can select this prefab and one by one we can add on and off button to this, or else what we can do is we can create a parent for this one like a group. So parent is something like a grouping in Maya, you will see. Okay, so for creating a parent object, what you can do is you can create it in a both way. You can create an empty game object and then you can drag this all object to that, or else what you can do is you can select this object and right click here. You will be having a create empty parent, that means all this object will move automatically to inside one parent game object. This you can name it also. So this one I can say like mini tables. Okay, and mini tables you can make this one visible or disappear. Okay, so this one looks good. Okay, so I don't need to add 4 different events in the button. Okay, so now we can go to our button here, layer, VR object, VR camera, button. So what button 1 says is turn off the table. So that means here I will be going and adding one more command here, one more event. And here I will drag this mini table here and says game object set pool to disable. That means if I touch this button, this object will get turned off. Okay. And again, opposite, we will be going to VR button 2. Here also I am going to add the same thing and say mini table need to be turned on. Okay. Now we'll go to the place and we'll see how it is working now. Okay. So here I am going to play this. So right now we have the tables here. Okay. And if I'm going to turn on or off to those objects are hide. So again, if I make this button to be red, that this is getting turned on. So this one is used for every place to be moved, along with our VR. So wherever we will be having a collider, there you cannot teleport. So this button is working for this place, and now here I am going to use this button to make the big table turn on or off. So both are working. See, still those model I can make turn on or turn. Okay. So this is how you can create even the 3D buttons also for VR, and you can implement with your scene. Like suppose day and night you want to make. So you have the lighting here. So if I turn off this, light will be turned off. Turning on, light will be on. So suppose if this one also we will be adding to our button. So along with the tables, now if we want to make the light also to be on or off. So we can go here, buttons. Okay. And then we can again add one more option, that is like directional light. Object set tool be off, and VR button 2 go. So along with directional light, we need to change the environment lighting also, to make it complete dark. That means you need to do that, otherwise it will not look completely dark. So there is some bouncing wake light also is there. So those things also we need to turn off along with the directional light. But I am just telling you an idea where you can work with the lighting also. Like suppose there is a room, interior is there, and you wanted to make that one on and off lighting, you can do that. So here, if I press this, you can see the lighting also has been changed. Again, I will make on or off. Okay. Once tables are off, you can see even the lighting also looks dark enough. Turning on, all lighting also will work. You can see that tables also, है ना? So this is how you can create the buttons also in VR. So we'll end up with the classes today. If anyone is having any doubt, can ask me. है ना? You can practice with this thing using a 2D mode also, as I told in the last class. So this all things you can practice with your 2D game view also. Okay. Anyone has any doubt?
No, sir.
Uh, okay, then we'll meet on Monday, है ना? Set